With WrestleMania season approaching, nostalgic wrestling fans look forward to this season for one reason only: the WWE Hall of Fame. This is the season that the stars of yesteryear are honored for their contribution to professional wrestling and sports entertainment. Since its debut in 1993, the WWE Hall of Fame has garnered the opinions of wrestling fans abroad as to who should be inducted into the upcoming classes. There are several names that are a hot topic among wrestling fans who feel these individuals should have had their place in the WWE Hall of Fame long ago. Here are my top 5 names that may indeed be controversial. Before there was Sunny, Sable, or any of the WWE divas, there was one lady that changed the way women are viewed in wrestling, and that was Miss Elizabeth Hewlett. Introduced to the World Wrestling Federation as the hand-picked manager of Macho Man Randy Savage, Miss Elizabeth was indeed the original diva. She was the first female of professional wrestling to receive a marketing push backed by the huge WWE marketing machine. This broke the barriers open for future non-athletic ladies of wrestling. Miss Elizabeth will go down as the original diva in professional wrestling history. For those of you who are not familiar with the man behind the music, Jim Johnston has been the driving force of your favorite WWE theme songs, production, and video game music since 1985. Jim has scored some of the greatest theme songs, including The Undertaker's, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Ultimate Warrior, and many more. Jim's compositions were so loved that former WWE star Lex Luger used one of Johnson's production songs as his entrance theme when he defected to WCW in 1995. After 29 years of being the chief composer, Johnson has handed the reins over to the younger musical composition team known as the CFOs. Without Johnson's major contribution to the WWE soundtrack, the greatest memories would be easily forgotten. Bill Eadie and Randy Colley debuted as the Demolition in 1987, but this would not be the team that will go on to be recognized as the most fierce tag team in professional wrestling history. Barry Darsow replaced Randy Colley as Smash of the Demolition because Colley was very recognizable to WWE fans because of his portrayal of one half of the Moondogs, Rex. The team of Eadie and Darsow was an instant hit with professional wrestling fans. Their smash mouth and brute force style, joined by their unique ring attire, frightening face paint, and perhaps the greatest theme song in professional wrestling history, made them the main attraction at every WWE event. The Demolition will go down as one of the most controversial tag teams of all time due to some believing that this was Vince McMahon's version of the then popular NWA tag team, the Road Warriors. I always found that argument absurd due to the fact that the Demolition looked nothing like the Road Warriors and was far more entertaining than they ever were. Now, if you want to know who the real Road Warrior knockoffs were, it was unarguably the Powers of Pain. The Demolition is hands down the greatest tag team in professional wrestling history. Eric Bischoff, the man who came this close to knocking down the McMahon Empire. There cannot be a topic of controversy without Eric Bischoff's name being mentioned. The one-time king of the Monday Night ratings single-handedly changed the world of professional wrestling by defying all of the traditional unwritten rules laid out by past promoters. Eric is responsible for the revolutionary guaranteed contracts that gave wrestlers control of their characters as it was offered to WWE megastar Hulk Hogan, followed by Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Eric used this as a lure to sign away top WWE talent in the prime of their careers that ultimately made WCW succeed over the WWE in the Monday Night Wars. After WCW collapsed, the controversy continued for Bischoff as Vince McMahon appointed the man who almost put him out of business as the general manager of Monday Night Raw. Eric Bischoff is definitely a future Hall of Famer. Ted Turner made no mistake that he wanted to put Vince McMahon out of business. Their feud began after McMahon backed out of a deal that would showcase WWE programming on Turner's TBS Superstation. This fueled the longtime wrestling fan Ted Turner to get into the wrestling business. The declaration of war was set long before 1995. Turner and former president of WCW Eric Bischoff worked towards the same goal of putting Vince McMahon out of the wrestling business. He spared no expense when it came to persuading WWE talent to defect to WCW, such as Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, Kurt Hennig, Bret the Hitman Hart, and many others. Regardless of Turner's schemes towards McMahon, he has produced some of the greatest moments in professional wrestling history and is responsible for marketing the greatest non-WWE attraction, Sting. Whether you were a fan of WCW, Ted Turner deserves to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Those were my top 5 names of who should be's. Who are yours? Who did not make this list? Please leave your comments below, and thank you for watching.